Hey beautiful people, welcome back to another episode of the Best Couple Podcast. You're here with me, Sarit and Stevie K, and as you can see, it's bloody freezing. I feel like I say it's freezing all the time, but
that's all you ever say.
Now it's actually friggin' really freezing.
It's bloody freezing. I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I'm having a glass of wine.
We know it's really freezing because Steve is, you can see he's got his hat on, he's got his jumper.
I did have the hat on to go out. It is cold outside, but after drop it, coming back from shopping and stuff, it's ruined my hair, and I just couldn't be arsed with combing it, and I just thought, keep the hat on, sod it.
I think you rock the hat.
So I've not really been a hat person ever.
Yeah, you know how long it's been?
Yeah, go.
You know how long it's been for me to get Steve to wear a hat because he just doesn't. He wears a weird cap when he goes out with the wrong outfit.
It's just covering your head, isn't it? Sometimes that's it.
Yeah, but it's got to go with what you're wearing. You wear a baseball cap with a nice suit, kind of suit jacket thing.
When would I go on?
That coat is like a suit jacket.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Pick on me, time. Come on.
I'm not picking on you. So it's taken me ages to get him to actually wear a hat. What were you saying? You went to pick up V and you did what?
Anyway, guys. Yes, I was going to say,
yeah.
What?
You went to pick up V?
No, that's it. I had my hat
I thought you were going to talk about what happened with V.
No, I didn't even know.
Honestly, guys, it's been snowing. It's been crazy. So he's just gone back for the first day to school. Not that he wanted to. He's so happy. He's got tomorrow off as well. The weirdest thing is he's had Monday off. He's had Tuesday off. Did he have Monday off? No, he went to school on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday he's had off. He's gone in Thursday and he's come home.
Friday's teacher's training.
Tomorrow's got teacher's training. He's come home with like cuts and bruises on his eye, and I'm like, what the hell? And the weirdest thing is, actually, in my dream, I had a dream that he'd had a fight, and he comes home.
Didn't have a fight, but it looks like he's had a fight.
Yeah, and I think, like, you know what I was gonna say, that he didn't tell you, like, it's so weird.
And I didn't notice because I was in the car and he just jumped. He always just jumps in. He just opens the door, and not only that, because of the snow, I had to pick him up in a different area to know what I normally do. So basically, all the kids are crossing, and it's more or less jump in. So it's like quickly jump in and then go. You can't wait. Yeah. So I'm not like examining my son's face and everything else.
Thinking about it anyway, I don't think he actually comes to you to talk to you about anything, really, does he? Like, he doesn't come straight to you. He'll tell me stuff. Like, he'll ask you for stuff, advice and stuff. But you know, when he wants to talk about, like, either at school or something, he doesn't really approach you, does he?
No, he doesn't. No, he only talks to me about other stuff.
Yeah. So. I don't know why that is. Do you think he's got that, like, the father figure being a bit scared of you and not that way towards me? I say that because obviously with the gills as well.
Don't shout or yell at him more here.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
I'm actually go out my way. It's like now I parked where we normally park to pick him up, and I would normally wait for him. I see him come over the bridge, and he was more or less like, the back, entrance of leaving the school is closed. I have to come through the front. Can you come all the way down this side? And I'm not one of those that goes, oh my God, you know what? I've been waiting all this side. Now I've got to, my dad would have gone ape shit. And he would have just gone, I'm going home, just walk. What am I even here for? And I went, okay. So I turned it around, drove all the way. And considering that this roads are slippy, I still made it easier for him.
I just think it's different, isn't it? Like having a boy into the gills. The gills would have just said, oh, this happened today at school. But with him, he'll come home and he came straight upset to tell me. And I'm like, shocked.
No, he didn't tell me.
It was that bad.
He didn't like turn around and go, Dad, oh my God, look what happened.
It's the first thing he did when he came home.
Or, you know what? I would have expected, turn around and go, Dad, I got in a fight.
I think he was a bit
and
scared.
me going, what? This, that and the other. And then he just like, after that, just going, I was only kidding. Do you know?
I think he was a bit scared because, I don't know, I think my approach is a little different to you. You'd get like, I was just like, you okay?
Be quiet.
You did when he came in.
Your approach is, I'm going to call the school. I'm going to go and have
you. Today.
No, that's what you normally, and there's me going, shit happens. You know what? Let him deal with this stuff. So I don't know where you come in. You're normally the scrappy person who needs to phone nearly every single person down the street to the school to everything. Whereas me, I'm just going, it's part of growing up. So how is that? No, I never am that one.
I think that's the difference between boys and girls. Like, boys are closer to their mums. I'm not saying he's not close to you. He does come to you, but he'll come and talk to me about things like that.
But to be honest, the girls used to talk a lot more to me.
Yeah.
Back then, each one of them used to come and we used to talk about stuff. He doesn't. He talks more to you.
He does. And sometimes you wish, you say just, he's not just talks about stuff. He's very much like, can you do this? Can you do that? I'm like, dude, let me sit down for 5 minutes. Like, make your own cup of tea. Spoiled little brat. But that happened. So he's come home with a bruised eye. It snowed. It snowed quite a lot, and we've enjoyed. We've been for a walk.
We live in a strange place in the sense that, you know, even the off our state, the weather's different.
It is, isn't
We're,
it?
we're so high, and it's just, they always say the area that we live in that, yeah, it's got a weather of its own.
It has.
So it could snow here, but not snow. As soon as we get off our state, there's nothing.
I think
It's
our
clear.
exactly our state since yesterday, the snow is still there. You go
It's still
down
there.
and there's nothing.
Everywhere else, it's clear.
I call it Hooville. I say we live up on Hooville because it feels like it is. The temperature is that much more colder up here than
Yeah,
it
it's
is down
colder.
there. So yeah, so that's we've had snow. What else did I want to talk about today? How's your week been?
But anyway, we haven't put up a Christmas tree yet.
No.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is, although Steve's really excited to put it up,
I'm excited that I've taken everything out as well.
Yeah.
I've got basically everything down. But Street's like, no, we're not doing it until I'm ready. So it's more or less like...
it's really weird how things change. So normally...
It's me and up to me when we do it, when I'm ready and how
do you
I
really
want
have
it.
the time to do it though?
And yeah.
And to make it look good?
No, I could do it though, I'm sure. Like Christmas tree is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be enjoyable.
It will be fun when we put it up. I need to know how
It
we're
isn't
having...
supposed to be Monica tree, you know what I mean? Like friends, like...
I need to know how we're having the tree. It can't just be put
not
up.
like anyone's going to come to see it. It's us.
I'm not the only woman who is like this. I've been on TikTok today, and a
Okay,
lot of the
fantastic.
women, either they put up the tree and they totally understand and they agree with me. It's got to look right.
You know, the weird thing is, we're filming this now, and this, by the time we put this video up, because we have to film sometimes
In advance,
in
especially
advance.
with Christmas on its way.
Christmas is coming. We've got loads of things to do. Obviously, shopping. You know, we've got to make time so we can see our kids and stuff like that, and various other things, obviously. So we're trying to do as much work as we can, so we can also take time off during Christmas, so we can be, obviously, that's the thing, being present. You know, enjoy yourself. Not have to think whilst you're sitting around playing board games or watching a movie or chatting, finding out what the kids have been up to during the holidays, that you're there thinking about work. Obviously, if it's something urgent, last minute, something comes out, because we've got several channels. Some of them, it's brand new stuff that might just come out all of a sudden. And if it's, which is our reaction channel, if it's something for that, we got no choice but to do something that's new. But everything else, we just want to be well prepared so we can have time
Just
off.
enjoy and
And
have
then
time. Be
re-energize.
present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have time, quality time.
Like anyone would be
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they've had a 9 to 5 job or just been working
So,
and they're having
so
the Christmas period
this,
off.
we're filming more or less the end of November. So we haven't put the tree and stuff up. But by the time this comes up, it's probably going to be the first
tree.
week of December.
The tree will
and
be
the
up.
tree probably will be up.
And that for us is very late because we do normally have the tree up way like normally. I think we've also had the tree up in November, mid-November.
You've
There has
said
been
this
point-
again and again.
We haven't.
I think the only time we did
We
that was
have.
when COVID happened, because everyone
No,
was
we
just
have,
depressed
though.
and sad.
So we have though.
But I think everyone has.
But we don't
everyone-
leave it this. We won't leave it late until I
We
think-
normally do it about 3 or 4 days before December the 1st. We do it in that week kind of thing.
Why
But-
does it feel like when we're watching I'm a Celeb that it's on?
Nah.
No. Okay. Well.
But obviously it was for COVID. I'm sure everyone put it up early because everyone was just stuck at home and there was nothing to do.
Okay. Well, Sreet wants to do a bit of I don't know, I want to create some stuff and get things organized before the actual tree goes up. So I don't have to think, because it's okay, the tree goes up, but then there's the rest of the stuff that got to go up as well. So I thought to myself this way around, because that's how we normally do it. The tree goes up and then everything else is put up, like the ornaments and the garlands and blah 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 blah. So I want to get the garlands up, but I want to make a few as well.
That's why people just pay. It's like you're the kind of person. It's like, now, what's the point of making samosa at home when you can go and buy them outside for a lot cheaper and it's done a lot quicker? Why would you want to make them when there's got millions? There was a time when you couldn't get anything. Now you can buy it anywhere and you can buy it online. And guess what? I'm going to make some. You really got some time on your hands.
It's not that I've got
Because
time.
I couldn't do that. I'm just too
I
busy.
like to create stuff, you know that. I like things in a certain way.
Okay,
And if I've
cool.
got a theme or I've got a colour and I can't find that, then I'll get the bits and bobs to do it myself.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. So, and anyway, like I said, the girls on, a lot of the ladies on TikTok were saying the same thing, that they feel that it's the same with them and their husbands, that they will do the tree and then they'll change it around. Obviously, everyone helps out, but then you'll change it around. Like you say, you call me Monica.
Okay. So, how have you been, Sweet? Because obviously we haven't spent much time at all. We work and then you go to sleep for about 12 o'clock at night. I go to sleep
I
at
only did
10.
yesterday.
Then I get up early and then do whatever. You get up and then do your own thing. Jump on some videos and then you go and do your own thing. What's been going on?
Can you believe we haven't actually?
Honestly,
It's been like
it's been
that
like
for
that.
us. It's been
We-
really
we're together,
hectic.
but we're doing the work. And trust me, there's no argument or something. It's not like, oh my
No.
God, you know, we're
There's
working and we're arguing and this, that, and the other, or something else. You know, like they sometimes say, that's what ends up happening. It's more or less, we go, are we doing this today? Yeah, we're doing the podcast today. We're doing the films for that channel today. We've got to do this. And I mean, we go for walks and we're talking about several stuff. But the only thing is, we haven't had really any time. I think we said that on the last podcast or the last
and this
two, and it's still been the same.
It's been crazy. Obviously, like the kids he's had time off school as well, and you know he's at home, and it's not that we still would have spent time. We're still working, and he's preparing for Christmas to come and everything else. But I think there is just something that we're doing individual stuff as well.
Yeah,
And there's things that I'm thinking about that I want to do, and like trying to find some time.
we're jumping on TikTok lives. We're doing individual work.
Yeah.
We're trying to do other things. And obviously, then we got the podcast, then we got our reaction channel. So both of us are either editing or posting or something. But we do have, you know, like when our son comes back from school, we sit down together and we have tea. But we don't really talk about stuff. It's more or less just being there.
Yeah, I've been busy with all of that, but I have been in my head as well with just certain things that I want to do. But then, like, you know, before even coming on here today, starting up filming, I was doing a quick live, and well, not live, there's a lot of people on
TikTok live.
and you see the difference with like the audience, like at a certain time, oh my God, they were flooding in. And you know, and I was just thinking to myself, like, Sri, just get a grip, because it's one of those things that can really get on my nerves. Something I really enjoy doing, but you can't really monitor that. It is TikTok that pushes you out, just like it is with Instagram, pushes you out to the same people that are watching. And you just get all these pervy, disgusting males who just, and the way they write, and you know, and it makes me really angry.
The thing is, did you ever get that in what would say in real life, like going out to, you know, if you went to a bar or club or whatever, school or college, did you ever experience that, or is it only started now because
I think
you're on social media?
No, I think it's really.
Or, that's what I'm trying to say. Has men changed, or their attitudes changed, or is it because they can hide behind something, and then they can say and do whatever they please because they know that they're open to. No one's going to know who they are.
Well, some
That's what I'm
people
trying to
don't really care, and they'll have their profile. They're not scared to hide who they are. You know, it varies, and you'll have a lot of people who do, you know, have fake accounts and stuff. But has it changed? What's changed is I don't think, obviously when I was younger, I didn't have that. Obviously school, college, college I did, but like,
Yeah, but
I was young.
College, again, what I'm trying to say, there's a difference. There's college, guys probably like you, or, you know, find you attractive, or they might come up to you. But did they behave in the way that these people are behaving? There's one thing, like now, even now on social media, you're on there, you're on a TikTok live, or you've done a video, or you posted something on Instagram. You'll get some people's, you know, like now you put a picture up the other day kind of thing when we were in Egypt, me holding you and stuff like that. But you'll get some people who'll say, oh my God, guys, you look beautiful, or sis, you look amazing, or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. But then you'll get those other different kind of comments. And this is what I'm trying to say. When guys used to approach you when social media wasn't around, were they rude and disgusting, or did they just went, hey, you look beautiful, would you like to go out? That's what I'm trying to say.
They weren't rude and disgusting. I don't think I've ever had a bad experience with someone who's approached me, other than there's been once. And were you there when I was on the dance floor, and there's a Sikh guy with a turban, and he just wouldn't stop, and he would not stop. Then I turned around, and I actually had to protect myself, like, leave me alone, space. And I kind of did pushed him away, like, you're getting too close to me, get away. And he went for me, like, obviously because he was embarrassing in front of his friends. That was the first time ever. I thought that was out, like, I've never experienced that ever before. But no,
so it's basically social media, isn't it?
I go out, and it's
gives
disgusting.
But
you know what? I've only, like, I think thinking about it properly, like over the last fair few years, it's made me understand why it pees me off that much more. And it probably wouldn't to any other, not just any person really, as much as it does me, because of the things I've been through. Like, and it's like trying to get control over that. I find it so difficult. And because I was saying to you that there's things I want to do, you know, I feel like that holds me back because
it's a trigger, isn't it?
It's one of the biggest triggers I have is disgusting men with no respect for women. Like these foul people who think they can say and sexualize women, you know, and then you know say, well, you're asking for it because of the way you dress, or you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's still so carrying on. I mean, that the thing is that used to happen. Like if you saw in Rocky Rani Ki Prem Kahani, like you know, Alia Bhatt talks to a politician, and remember, and basically he says that if these girls, these modern girls, are all going to dress the way that they dress, and they're all eating, you know, at all these places, and they're going to bars and stuff like that, they're more or less asking for it. And then she's just turned around and go, what about those young girls who get raped, you know, who are, you know, adolescent, or they're old women who get raped? They're not dressing like that. They're not at these places, but it happens. So that's, you know, basically bullshit. It's not because women dress in certain ways. It's because the men's mentality is like, you know, it doesn't, they can be any age, dressed in any way. They don't look and target and they're going that, you know, but yes, it's that thing of, like, you like to dress how you do all the time. And we said that when we done a interview with Shruti Hassan, you know, the actress. And, you know, because we only had started then doing our YouTube, and I said...
And it was affecting me really bad.
It was getting a lot. And she basically said, like, because guys were more or less... We're having two different conversations. Guys were saying to me that, oh, number one, is he making his wife wear those clothes so they get more views? And then secondly, it was... oh my gosh, he should sort his wife out and tell her what to wear, because clearly, you know, she's, look at the way she's dressing, she hasn't got no common sense, you know, so she needs some decency and some respect, and he needs to, obviously he's not doing. So at one moment, I'm telling you what to do, right, for something, and then you get the other audience saying he should tell her what to do because clearly she doesn't know what she's doing. And you're like going, wow, but it was both negative. You know, nothing was... I mean, besides the sort of... I'm not saying they weren't decent guys. They were like guys and people who are more or less, you know, like in line with the modern world. That, you know what, regardless of how women dress... I mean, it's okay when they see actresses dress or anything like that. That's fine, the actresses. But when they see it in real life, it's like going, what the heck is this? It's like, oh my gosh. And then they feel that they... Just because they see you or whatever... Like you said, they can sexualize you, say whatever they want. And
I think when we first started off with Magic Flicks, so that's our main channel where we have over 700k. First, because of the audience there, it was all from India. And I was just like, I can't do this. Like, is this what it's like? You know, is this it? And in fact, I was actually at one point thinking, I don't think I could go. Because, you know, how I'm getting treated. You know, people will still... our videos and cut him out, zoom into me and place me everywhere. So that's something you've got to really get, like, it was really bugging me. I was getting depressed and down about it. If it wasn't images, it's that. And somewhere or another inbox me and let me know, you know, I'm on all sorts of different platforms. I've got accounts made on me. There's a million accounts made on me, like whether it's Facebook, Instagram. She's
on every Tinder or, you know, like dating website, I think.
And it becomes a joke. And when it's all new to you, it's upsetting. And if you've been through what I've been through.
We're laughing about it now, but trust me, during those 3 or 4 years,
I don't think I'm fully laughing about it either. Like, I'm not where I was.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. Where Sweet was at one point, it was like she was getting frustrated and angry, and I was like going, you know.
And there's been times I decided I weren't going to do this anymore. I'm coming off. I can't deal with this. It's disgusting. You know, and it was because of the audience. So in my head, I don't even want to ever go there. Like, this is where I was getting to. It was that bad for me. I do not want to go. And if I did, you know, it's going to be really, really hard. And you forget about that the majority of people that are actually really nice because of how, you know, you've made to feel.
Because those people made to, yeah, exactly.
How they make you feel.
Not, yeah.
And it's sad because then you think, well, there's not.
I mean, loads of people, it's like beautiful because, you know, like here, you can be creating content or doing whatever, and they don't like, they just go, hey Steve or Street. But you get like Street Ma'am or or Sir, Madam, and Sister. You do get like that. So you realize that there is, and then you get people who stand up for you and support you.
Yeah.
Basically men who have been raised well, and they know how to respect women.
Yeah.
And don't just sexualize them just because they're sitting there and they think it's okay.
And it's like crazy because you think all these people have phones, but yet they are not educated. And I'd get really wound up about it. And then I obviously started doing TikTok and stuff, and I realized, God, it's not just India. It's everywhere.
And the weird thing is, because I was being a police officer for 20 years, I used to say to Sweetie all the time, I said, just because you're creating a certain kind of content and your viewers are from a certain place, you assume, so therefore you are going to get what it is from that place. But if you try to create different kind of content and you get viewers from another place, you'll also find from that country or that place, you'll also get those uneducated or people like that who've got no, it's like now from TikTok Live, you'll get people from India, you get people from America, India doesn't have TikTok, sorry, but you get people from
but
the
you've got
UK,
people from India who have come here and they do TikTok. Just followed me
but that's what I mean, people from but all I'm saying is, yes, but India doesn't have TikTok, but you'll get people from the UK, you'll get people from America, you get people from all over that are doing the same thing, acting and behaving the same way. And then you realize that, it's just it's idiot guys. And it's not just young guys. It's all ages.
All age groups. It's disgusting to see how many granddad profiles are and they're trying it on, and it's just gross. So when I first started...
There's married men.
Yeah, when I first started
people
TikTok,
with kids profiles and everything, and they've just got no respect and decency.
And it's a scary world to think that you're bringing children up, and this is how the dating world is, or this is how people go out. Because people hook up with... through TikTok, and it's weird because when you jump on a TikTok, you realize people know each other through the comments just by talking to each other or answering a question, and they get to speaking, and that's how they start meeting up. And I'm like,
when you first went on TikTok,
when I first started, I was quite petrified with how, like, I was like, I don't want to do this again. And I built my courage, but people started speaking it through to me and telling me that this is what it's like. It is honestly, it is disgusting, but it is what it is. I used to get really, really annoyed, remember, like to the extent where I'll say things to these men and, it's gross, and they're like, God, calm down. I'm like, no, Jesus, you want to find a date. Is this why you come on TikTok where someone's doing a live? Are you for real? Like, do you not check profiles?
Street didn't know what the heck was going on.
I didn't understand. So you can say that, it is everywhere. But the difference is, if I was to jump on Instagram and did a live to TikTok, okay, I can handle TikTok. And it's not because my audience is big. When you go on Instagram, the way things have written, and there's no chance of you even typing anything in because they just flow through, and it's really vile, absolutely vile with what they write.
Yeah, on the Instagram no more.
I will not touch an Instagram live just because, and the audience is mainly from there as well, and it's like they've got no mannerism, they've got no, it's like not educated it's just really bad. So there is a big difference still. When you come onto TikTok, obviously it is saying you get it, but not to the extent, not saying the things that they say. So I have a big trigger towards that, and this is what I'm saying. I've got things I want to do, but it really puts me off because of those kind of people and how they make me feel. Like,
you're not the only one though. Put it this way, Street gets all that, and Street will be talking about that. There's obviously loads of target towards me as well because I'm with you. They're all right when you're there to say whatever. As soon as they see me, it triggers them even more, and it's more or less, what are you with him for? He's obviously rich, blah blah blah. All these things, you know what? They it's like they have to try to then push buttons, and they've got to be targeting me, so it pisses her off or whatever, or try to see if they trigger me. It would before. And I used to go, look, I don't go on lives much anyway. Well, I didn't used to. I do now. But I didn't used to go on lives. I used to, still now, I jump on streets. And I used to go, I'm not here to listen to this crap from these people, these losers who, I don't even know. I just need to get on with my work. But then there are really lovely people that you have great chats with. And and they're very supportive. And you want to interact with them. And, but... It was before it used to trigger me, and I used to go, I'm going. I don't, otherwise I'm going to end up saying something. And the thing is, I'm quite quick at saying something and I can't stop back. So when you're in our line of business, it's not only that you say something, you can say, I'm not one of those that go, if I say something, then it's going to come back and bite me in the ass. I don't see myself becoming the Prime Minister of England or, India or the President of America. And I don't see my career being whatever. It is what it is. You got to be who you are. It depends on what you are hoping to, do. Not saying anything bad. It's like, if someone's going to say something bad to me, you tell them to do one, not really say anything more. It's not, I don't discriminate. I'll tell everyone to do one, regardless of whatever. I'm targeting what they're saying. So it's basically, for me, was at that time, I just went, I need to change my approach.
Yeah.
I need to change. I need to, that role that I did as a police officer when people call you all these names, pig, filth, whatever, what are you going to do about it? If you didn't have a uniform on and you like go into the pubs or these when riots and people are saying stuff and you just go, professional and let them say whatever, it doesn't matter. And that's what you got to do. Here, I just went, okay, I need to use that here. What they're saying is who they are. I can't let it bother me. And it's become like that. But they did it. Even now, they'll just say, oh my God, is that your dad? You know what I mean? And you know why they're saying it? I'm just going, before it'd be like,
I do try. I do try to let it go. I mean, I don't
think what you want.
I do try.
I just see them as jealous, haters, toxic. And I always say, hurt people.
Yeah.
And they're trying to. And, and if they see you getting triggered and it's affecting you, then they've won. So you've got to control your emotion and control how you feel.
I can't seem to do.
It difficult.
I don't think every woman is like that. I know everyone gets it, but I think because of everything I've been through and understanding why I get so triggered with it as well, it's just really, really hard. I know I'm not as bad as I used to, but still now, even when I was up there, it was just before I came down, I had over 200 people off and I turned off. But the women are there and they're all jumping in support when they can see me getting frustrated. But you just wish they were there beforehand, you know what I mean? Because it is they'll just roll in and, you'll get pushed to the same freaking audience. And I hate that thing about social media. When there should be something put in place where an influencer, if you call it, or a content creator.
No, it shouldn't just be a content creator or influencer.
That has a choice of what kind of people they want to follow.
No, that's fine, but I just think everyone, not just a content creator or influencer. I just think everyone, because there's girls out there who don't want to be content creators or influencers, but they want to just go on social media. They want to post their own stuff, but they want genuine people. They probably just want women, or they might want, you could be a 16, 17-year-old girl who just wants college students or someone following you, you know what I mean? And it should be, okay, you can have that limit, but then again, how do they monitor if you are genuinely who you are and, what your age is?
Yeah, well, I try to do things like monitoring where people are coming from, having... You can't do that. Certain areas just have completely that you don't get any followings from there, because it just keeps pushing you to the same people, and it is the uneducated who think the same way, who just want.
Well, you can't put underneath there, I don't want uneducated people following me.
It's not about uneducated, but they're the same kind of people who speak the way they do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but on TikTok, like I said, obviously, how are you going to know which area in the UK that these uneducated people are coming from?
Yeah.
On TikTok.
Well, it's those kind of people that are looking for women. They're sitting there, checking other people's profiles out. We should have an option of whether we want that or not. These men that we've been pushed out to. There should be something, a toggle that you turn off. You just don't want that. Yeah, because that's not what we're there for. And this is the thing. I want to be talking about my stuff. I want, just like yourself, I want to be sharing what I've been through, and having the audience that I want. And I know that's hard. I don't want to be talking about my stuff and you've got these losers who are coming.
But can I tell you something? There's actually girls out there who actually want that attention as well.
And that's sickening.
They want these guys to because I don't know how they make... I'm not really a TikTok person. I'm a YouTube person, and everyone knows that. The only TikTok... I don't go on TikTok. The only time I go on TikTok is 2 times. Number 1... when Street's on live and I jump in because people, you know,
They love you, and
Yeah.
I prefer you to be there because it does shrug off the disgusting
it,
losers.
it shrugs off it from her, but they put it on me. It's like, can you be there? So they don't say anything to me, but they put they hate the crap out of me. Not all
That
of
should
them.
make you feel good, though. That, you know what?
No, it doesn't bother me now. You know, I couldn't care less. I think, you know, before when I didn't accept myself and I wasn't happy with who I was, I think it can sort of like trigger you and make you feel like crap.
Like, I want to get my phone out now. Just before I came downstairs, I went onto Instagram and I had a message come through. And I think because this guy's got a big account, it notifies me. And he's right. Clearly, he's a millionaire. He's actually right. Steve, he's got no freaking hair. He's receded. He looks like 2 foot high. I'm not joking. No, he's like, but he's got the nerve to text me and message me from Instagram, and he's told me what part of India he's from, and he's actually I'm filthy. He said, I'm filthy rich. Like, can I take you on a date? Yeah, you're gonna fly me he's gonna fly me an airplane that I
This
go
is
there
like,
first class.
What's that?
I'm like,
movie?
how does this guy have the audacity? Have you seen yourself in the mirror? I'm not. I know that's bad, but come on, dude. Steve,
It's like
no.
this is like Indecent Proposal.
I have to show you.
Yeah, you see that movie Indecent Proposal
Like,
when he. Oh, boy, it's
oh
like
my
that.
God, there's no running away from it. But the main point is, for me, there's so much I want to do. There's so much I want to share, and this part really still really gets me down, and it's still not as much as it used to, but it still does. And I can see how I'm reacting, and it's that part of me that I really need to like kind of work on.
You know what the thing is? I'm going to tell you this now, and I've told you this many times before, and I've done this in the police. You know what? People think that times will change and people will change. People will grow up. People will mature. You got to understand that even though everyone's evolving and times are changing and we're becoming more awake with what's going on, just like people are getting smarter, there's also those people who will always stay dumb or get dumber. They're also born, you know what I mean? And you know for a fact there's guys that even in your, you know, like people that you know, that they would act in or behave in the same way that these guys are behaving with you,
Now,
but yet they won't want anyone to say anything to their own mum and daughter,
Now I feel
and
like-
they'll have an issue. Am I right?
Yeah, now I feel like that's why it is the biggest trigger for me, because of that, because of knowing that. And I didn't understand it at first. So it's like this journey, like we say, we've been through so much. That is something I've learned
That's
along
what
the
it
way,
is.
and I didn't understand it. Knowing that you know people like that, and that's why it irritates me. And I mean, it will irritate any woman anyway, but not to the extent it irritates me.
Yeah, because there's women out there, like, you know,
You get treated like shit.
there's so many women. I'm not just talking about actresses. There are so many
You
women
can just
that
shrug it
do
off, just
that,
like-
that, you know, model. They work for big companies. It's not always about clothing. They do various stuff, and you get, and they're pretty or they're beautiful or, you know, whatever. And you get guys writing, and you know what? They don't even delete the comments.
No.
They, you know what? They just focus on their content. It's not a trigger. It's not a problem. They just know that this is the world. You're gonna get the good. You're gonna get the bad. But I just gotta focus on
I
me.
used to delete.
Yours is basically Sri. I'm not being bad. Sri used to not only delete all the messages that were coming, so she'll sit up all night long deleting the messages that she didn't like. She would
And
block
the kind of-
each
the
and
thing
every
is,
single person
the
that was
messages-
coming.
can I stop? The
You would block people.
Yeah, the messages that were coming were just like sexualizing. It wasn't like they'll put me down. Like, well, it's still putting me down, isn't it? Sexualizing. I think it's disgusting. Like, it's so gross that you can actually, you know, do that. Your profile's there. People like reading the stuff you've written. Like, you've got the courage to write that. Do you know what I mean? Everyone else is reading it. Don't you feel ashamed of yourself? Like, it used to made me sick. So I delete many messages. I don't anymore unless they're really, really bad. But even that I shouldn't really do. I always think that, you know, you'd think on Instagram someone else would jump in and say, that's a bit much, man. But they don't, because they're all the fucking same. They're all the same. The following is still all the same. They're all like each other.
And the thing is, I always said through it was, okay, you're getting all these messages because of where we are and what we're doing. Now, imagine if, like, this podcast goes crazy or we get even more, you get like millions of people. How long is it before you have to sit there, keep on deleting messages or looking? Your whole time will go. But not only that.
There's a difference if I have to do that. I've
Yeah,
never
no,
had to.
but again, you're not going to pay someone to say, can you delete all these messages because I don't want to see them. But what I'm trying to say is, those messages shouldn't matter to you.
Yeah.
It's like, now,
Okay,
when you're an
that's a complete
actor
different
or
thing,
celeb,
Steve.
you're making a movie, there's going to be about, say, 1 million people go and watch the movie. Half of that will probably go, that movie was shit. and they're going to be writing reviews and saying all this. Now, if they go around, and this has been happening recently, like some South Indian films, where people have been doing reviews and saying, you know, the film was crap. It was awful. And those companies have been basically copyright striking all these people. And not only that, trying to get legal notices saying they can't say this. Whereas the movie is actually crap. Because it's affecting us. It's affecting our company, affecting our money, like, you know, what we're going to make. Because people don't go out there, we're not going to make the money. And these people are going, well, it's our job to do this. So, like, battle going on. You'll always, you know, they don't want to accept it, and everyone wants it in a certain way. But what I'm saying is, with what you're doing, if you're in the public eye, you're going to get the good and the bad. Not even in the public eye. You can have a restaurant, you're going to get people who like it and people who dislike it.
I'm sorry,
and put their reviews out there. Everything's a review.
It is different. It is different on what you do. I don't think anyone on a podcast is going to come and zoom in on my profile, my picture here, me sitting with you on the podcast, and make other content.
Trust me, you will get it.
I don't think so, unless they're coming from certain areas, and that's where it was coming from. There's never been someone from here that I've known has done anything like that. Everything it has been is because of the channel that we run, and that's how the thinking and the mentality is. People are not educated, but yet they have phones. So a podcast, I've never had to sit on podcast and delete anything. There's never been a bad comment, unless it's just people are jealous from here who see what we're doing. And that was ages ago at the beginning. Have you ever come across, oh my God, I don't want to say the things that people say, how they sexualize me on the podcast. Never. Mm-hmm. No.
But so, you're getting on TikTok live, and that's got nothing to do.
That's the thing.
That's got nothing to do with
I'm doing
your other channels and all this stuff.
I'm there for women.
So
I'm doing.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. So you're saying that, but then
yes,
what's
because
happening
obviously
with
from here you'll have the mature people who actually want to, learn something. They're coming for that. There, I'm doing something that I enjoy. Sharing things that I enjoy. I don't expect men to come and follow me. Okay, there's going to be some fair, decent people, but the shit that comes along with it is absolutely vile.
It's not going to go away.
I know it's not going to, but the main thing is me and the things that I want to do and want to share and speak
which
about.
Which is fine. So you've got two options.
So those are the kind of things. When we're speaking today, we haven't spoken. There's some things I want to do. And I'm stopping myself, and the things. I mean, I've been coming off Instagram, like the amount of times I've come off Instagram.
But now you've got. You keep on coming off, then you post, and even I look at it and going,
it's getting your head round it. It's like how you said you didn't want to go on TikTok and you stopped going on and off. It's racking your head with things like, you want to really do something.
Okay, but now what you got to understand and realize, and this is the thing, and it's never going to go away.
I know.
And the thing is, it doesn't matter if you're on TikTok or Instagram or some new platform opens tomorrow. You're going to get people who are going to shit on you. You're going to get people who are going to find other things to say about you. That you're going to either something you said or something you did or how you look or how you don't look or whatever it's going to be. There's going to be people who are going to say something.
You know what the weirdest thing is? I think I would be okay with people like putting me down and saying things like, oh, the way I look, putting me down, whatever. It's just the sexualizing part that I don't like. I think it's gross. And that is a big trigger for me.
But and that's another thing that you did. Because they were sexualizing you stopped posting pictures of yourself. You removed everything that you was dressing the way that you normally do. And then you started, on all the videos, started wearing big jumpers and cardigans, which isn't, unless it's cold.
You guys can go back and date on our channels if you go back, just even this month.
But unless you're cold, which I understand when you have wore them, you was wearing them just because you didn't want to feel like that, but then you're not being you. But that's what I'm trying to say.
And that's it. So it's a battle.
This is the job, or this is the thing. Yes, I know you don't want that, and no women should want that and accept that and everything like that. But the thing is, until either the government or the social media giants, the ones that own it, start to think in that way, nothing's going to change. So the only thing you can either do is you go, I'm not going to do it anymore because it affects me and bothers me and triggers me. So you know what? There's no point because this is not going to go away, and I'm going to accept that until someone does something about it. So I'm not going to do it until that happens, and then I might come back on and then do it. Or you go, okay, it's not going to go away, but I'm going to do it anyway, but I've got to change my mindset towards it.
Yeah.
I can't sit there. I've got to realise that there's always going to be idiots out there.
Yes. And that's what it is. I've got to change my mindset to it. And just like you've been back and forth with certain things that you want to do and you haven't done, it's coming around in your own head. I mean, when we started, we just started. We didn't think about anything. And for a fact that I wasn't really a social media person. I didn't really know much about it. I didn't do TikTok. I didn't watch. So I didn't have any background to know that, oh my God, this is going to come along with it. Or this is going to come along with YouTube as well. You're going to get, just be wary about these. Now, if as YouTubers ourselves, as content creators, we can advise people, if they needed that, like, just, this is what it's going to be like for you guys. It's quite hard. First of all, obviously, getting into any social media is difficult. You just got to, keep in it. And also the shit that comes along with it, you just don't know.
But
and it's that, because you don't know. If you're prepared, we jumped into doing something we didn't know as fun. And it led from one thing where it just not having the time to even sit back and think about it, because
because we didn't think it was going to become anything.
Exactly.
We'd done it
so
just
it
for
was
us.
It was too much.
Even though we posted it online, we didn't think, just like, I don't know, there's people out there who create YouTube channels or go on Instagram and TikTok because they hope to get somewhere and to create something.
Yeah.
So they do it, and many people are.
Yeah.
But when we initially did it, we didn't think anyone was going to see our things. We did it because we thought we could spend some time together, we could do something that's fun, and that's it. We never knew anyone who's actually, people start coming and seeing this stuff, and it never happens.
I never
just
looked
like
at
that.
people's comments. I never watch YouTube videos really.
But not only that, it's never happened to anyone that we've known, but it's never happened. We done it, and within about 6 months we were already on 100,000 subscribers. So it was just like that. So why would you be going, oh my God, should we do this and we'll make money, or we do this? We didn't even know there was a career in it. We just thought people just posted things for the sake of it. We'd done no research. We just done it because we just thought it would be fun.
It was fun. Also,
and it was fun.
You wanted to do something that would, something different than work, like for the work that you were doing. Whether it was a side hobby, not knowing that it would take you somewhere, and it got you out of the job. But you didn't know nothing about it. So if you were prepared, you did know. Like now, people do know. People make videos on it all the time,
but
helping.
I would say Gary Vee will tell you that it's not just women probably get sexualized. I'm sure there's men who get sexualized as well, but women will probably get sexualized. But also you'll get if you go on Gary Vee stuff, he'll turn around and go, people will shit on you. People who don't know you'll turn around and say your content's crap, or something you said is wrong, or this, that, and the other. Your lighting's crap. The way you look is horrible and stuff. So people you could get sexualized because of how you look. But like I said, people could be saying everything negative the way I'm looking. They could say I'm fat, I'm hairy, I'm old, whatever it comes. The whole thing is, people out there, there's youngsters out there, there's people who are old. There's a career in there. You can do social media and stuff like that. It's more or less making people aware and understand that it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. You getting what you getting because of how you look.
Yeah, because
and how you dress.
The other day, I post pictures of me close up or videos of me close up, and you can see probably a wrinkle. Someone asked me the other day about am I going to get Botox because my forehead, and I'm like, no, I want to age gracefully. And it didn't bother me. People pick at little things like that. Those comments don't bother me as much as when they sexualize you.
But the sexualizing is basically, just like you said, the triggers from people that you've known in the past.
Yeah.
Because their behavior was the same way, and you see them and you know that this is how they would still behave. So when you see that, you go in, it seems relatable. It's horrible. I hate those kind of people.
It's like the fact that I didn't understand that at all. I didn't understand why it was winding me up so much. And that broke me down, and having to seek help because of all of it, all understanding it is like, and it's still coming to terms with it all. It's crazy. So I said, any other comments wouldn't bother me other than those.
But can you imagine, there's people out there, guys out there who might be a bit overweight, you know what I mean? And they've been bullied since they've been kids. They could be due to your skin colour, hair, whatever it might be, or the way that you look. The thing is, I'm not saying people, anything bad about people, but there's always going to be people who are going to find something to say bad about you, right? And it can put you back. It can make you feel crap about yourself. Certainly if you're already feeling insecure, and those are the things that would have triggered you before, or things that you feel about yourself that you don't like.
Do you know what's really weird is, that's true.
And then when these people are actually pointing those things out, there's, like I said, it hurts. Because you're going, okay, I already feel those things, and now you're saying all those things, and you want to hide away, and then that's what stops people from doing the things that they really want to do.
And
And it's not just social media. You could want to be a musician or do
whatever.
something else. And you're just going, look, I could do all this. I'm a great singer. I'm a great performer. I'm a
Yeah.
great actor. Or I'm great at teaching, all that. But, you know, I could do education videos on YouTube or whatever. I could do great podcasts. And many people do podcasts because they're going, I don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
I don't want people to know who, you know.
I am. Yeah. No, I get it. It's true. I think for me as well, the other thing is, like, it's strange, but I never ever saw myself like, you know, I never looked at myself as if I was pretty. So first of all, it's accepting myself as well. Like, I always used to put myself down, and that's because of what I'd been through in life as well. Like, always been told that I was the ugly duckling. There was always a lot. There was a lot of putting down with me. So first of all, not believing that. So when you, and then all of a sudden you're getting all this stuff that people are saying, you know, I've had to really change the way I feel about myself to accept me, because I didn't think anything much of me. You know, for a fact, there's things I wanted to do in life and I didn't do because of how I used to feel about myself, let alone the way I look, just because of how people used to put me down. I never even didn't think I was like pretty at all. And then you got all
And
of this.
that is true, guys. She
It's
ain't
so
just making that.
crazy.
She was put down so much when she was younger by people that should have been raising her up and telling her that she didn't look pretty. She, you know, and
No, even in this, not insecure. I just didn't bother with myself.
no,
ever, did I?
but you, there was lots said to you that made you feel so inferior and like, you know, oh my God, you know, you always want to hide away the way that
Yeah.
straight when I was like with her and everything like that. Even years afterwards, the way she would sit was more or less like slouch down like this, you know, hide away and
that was,
not want to, like, you know.
and that was because
And it
of
was
what
like-
I'd been like, you know,
so-
the slouching business I find so hard still. The slouching is because I was made to slouch, because coming from a strict Asian family, Indian family, you can't walk up as a female. You can't walk up straight. Like, you can't stand up straight. You can't walk straight. You can't look into someone in the eyes and to have a conversation with them, especially if they're older than you.
She had to be covered from
So-
top to bottom
Yeah.
as well.
So to completely like reinvent yourself, and it's taken ages. And there's certain parts of me that I still haven't changed. Like, I still
Well,
slouch.
you still
I
do
can't- I
slouch.
can't sit up straight.
But even
completely.
the
But it's
men-
just caused me really bad back pains at times. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
But the mentality as well,
Yeah.
like, you know, as in the sense that this feeling and thoughts,
of
they
not-
ain't changed.
Yeah, of not being good enough, not
Yeah,
you know, do anything I do.
Yeah, not being good enough, but you only till probably about a year or two still used to feel like, oh my God, you know what? If I said to her, oh my God, you know, this is how it would be. Oh my God, you're looking beautiful, just randomly, like, you know, I'm my husband. She understands. To her is, if I'm dressed up to the nines, I understand you saying something. But even then, when she's like going out and go, oh my God, you look beautiful, she'll have to go and look in the mirror to go, am I? You know, to check, like, why is he saying that? Am I actually looking all right?
Yeah.
You know, and he was like that. And he was like, going, what is she doing? And even then, I'll joke about it, like, you know, why do you have to go and check each time when I say you're looking beautiful?
Because I was put down a
And
lot.
so
and
it was like
I
that
didn't
to like
believe-
make sure that, am I? And what? And it's like, she used to be doubting me for saying it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is wrong? You're just saying it. No, I'm not, you know.
Yeah.
And so it took a lot of that. And even now, it's just every single thing. You still haven't overcome a lot of stuff that you've gone through. You haven't?
No, I haven't, 'cause this wouldn't
proves
happen.
it. This wouldn't happen
No,
at
it
all.
wouldn't. It
You'd-
would be like, you know, there are women out there like, oh, they love the attention, or they love all
Yeah,
that.
but you don't have to.
They-
There's women out there who actually love the attention and they want guys to come and they go, oh, really? Oh my God, you know what? We don't care. And they can benefit and they can make money out of it, you know, and it is, that's also insecurity because, like, okay, I wasn't beautiful. Now these people are saying it, I'm getting validation.
Yeah.
So it's a different way. So they get it through that. But you are more or less like, you know what, I didn't get it. I was all that. Now I'm getting this. I don't want it because I knew people who were like that. And, you know, it's sickening.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's still triggering you and still affecting you.
That I'm not doing the things I really want to do.
But then there's the other type of women who've gone, you know what, I don't care if I'm beautiful or people perceive me as beautiful or, you know, or they do. And I'm not bothered with what they write. I want to do what I want to do. I'm going to do it regardless. And if people are writing great comments and saying, oh my God, you're amazing and sexualizing me, I couldn't give a monkeys, because all I care about is me creating what I've got to create, because I'm happy with who I am.
Yeah.
And if people are there going, oh my God, I don't know why you're dressing like that for, like that, you're ugly, and you know, you post that, and they still turn around and go, this isn't bothering or affecting me, because I'm getting to do what I want to do, and I'm happy with who I am. Nothing is like that. Obviously, every single time, I'm not saying it doesn't hurt them or affect them, but they know how to overcome it. I don't know you. You saying whatever, clearly you've got an issue and problem. I don't need to let it become my problem.
Yeah.
I'm in control of my mind, my heart, my feelings, my emotions. I've learned to deal with those.
Yeah.
And I think that's when, to work in social media or anything, it's not about the work you do, because people can do the work. It's about overcoming those insecurities, those fears, those traumas and those triggers, and what people are saying that make you, you know, want to hide away, want to hate, want to get angry, want to just like, you know, block everything out or whatever. It's like more or less going, how do I make myself strong enough to just go in, it's noise. I need to filter it out. I need to just focus on my product that I'm creating and not focus on what people are saying.
Yeah.
Because when people are saying lovely stuff and great stuff, oh, you know what, sister, or this, or you're looking at me, oh, thank you for that advice, whatever. We take that all positive, but that one or two negative stuff sticks.
Yeah.
And brings you down.
Yeah. It's that, yeah, it's true. It is true. So there is still like
to move forward,
yeah,
you can't change any of those people, and you never will. To move forward, to do the thing, like you said, I've got loads of things that I want to do.
I just don't want these sickos to come and see what I'm doing, because I don't want their
and you're not
gonna
stop that.
And it's like that stops you, because you know, it's having to start all over
but
again.
Then
doing something.
You're not living to the max.
Yeah.
You're not giving your full potential, because you're more or less going, I want to do this. This will make me happy, but I want this, and I don't want that.
It's like I want to go hide away. I want to do something, but hide away and do it from scratch with a complete different identity. That's how I've been feeling, and it's like overcoming, because there's a lot I want to do.
People will still find it.
I know. Hence why, yeah, we'll see.
And this is me trying to give you the advice, just like I would give someone else.
Well, they will.
If there's girls out there and guys out there who want to start a YouTube channel or do anything, and like I said, it doesn't have to be YouTube, anything. You know what? There's going to be hate there. There's going to be people who put you down. And certainly if you've gone through childhood trauma and you got triggers and traumas, it's going to affect you not the same way it affects other people. Some people are, you know, fine with it. And like I said, I've gone through my own, and you've got to grow from it. But you either live the life to the fullest and do the things you want to do, and you accept the good and the bad, and you focus on what you're doing, or you always hide away and you get offended and upset and hurt, and then
Steve, I understand that. It's like when you want to do something meaningful, the last thing I want is like in my head is like, I don't want to share anywhere, because the last thing I want is these pervy men and coming writing sexual comments. I'm doing something meaningful here, sharing pictures of my life, sharing my journey, my story. I don't want people to come over there to see my face. It's not about my face. It's about me. I've got more to me than my face, and that really irritates me.
I understand,
so and I know I can't start all over again, but I'm doing stuff, and I feel like I'm hiding and doing stuff because I don't want that dirty audience. And there's no, when you're in the public eye, there's no running away from it. Like you said, they're going to find you sooner or later anyway. But I'm like, I'd rather it be later, and then, you know, I've got that crowd that I actually want, who are there to to want to grow. And
okay, the only way you're going to win, this is the honest truth, the only way you're going to win is, and there's no other way, it's not doing it, and it's not hiding away. It's not waiting till, you know, hoping that they find you, whatever. The only way you're going to win is when you win your own mind. Yeah, that's the only way. You are not going to win any other time. The thing is, you can, you know, post it hidden and only tell certain people and do in such a way that, you know, whatever it might be, that you think that it's basically all you're doing is delaying the pain, delaying that hurt. But what you're trying to say is, it's always going to affect me. It's always going to hurt me. And I'm going to delay as much as I can. So when it does come, you know, I've already got this like big army ready that, you know, it's easy for me to deal with. I'm in a better place. You're more or less like doing that, reassuring yourself that I'll be all right the longer I wait, the longer it takes, that, you know, I'll probably be stronger, it'll be easy on me, and I might have the people that I need.
I think it would be completely
But
different.
the only way that you're going to win is the moment that you turn around and going, yeah, there were people like this in my life. I understand what is triggering me. I don't care anymore.
I understand. I don't care anymore. But when I want to be making content that's really personal, yeah, if we didn't do Magic Flicks and I didn't get that disgusting audience that I do have, that come and really make me feel the way they do, and obviously here as well, you get it right. But that if I was to post it on the platforms that I have, not caring, you know for a fact the first thing that's going to happen, they're going to come straight over there and not listen to a word I say, just like you know for a fact. They don't come and listen to the podcast or whatever else. No.
That's how you sing it now. But shall I tell you something? If you didn't do that, you wouldn't be doing this.
I know, I understand. Yeah, I completely understand that.
You never would have even thought about doing this.
But I don't want that. That's what if I had started something without having an audience, and it's the subject matter was about whether it was, I don't know, fashion, you know, having children, you know, parenting, whether it's mental health, anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, then, shall I tell you something?
Now I'm going to get the following even who come for me just because they want to come and sexualize me.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is...
And obviously people would share what they're doing everywhere on every platform to
I know,
get that boost.
But the thing is, all I'm saying is, if you were starting from scratch... Okay, if you're starting from scratch now anyway, put it this way, like you said, you know what, you're doing another thing, you're not promoting it, not doing anything like that. You're getting what you're getting. That's what you was getting when you had your own Instagram account.
That's fine.
Originally when nothing was happening. So you're getting what you're getting.
Okay.
You're not promoting it. You wouldn't have no place to promote anything because you wouldn't have had... Like now, say you didn't have Magic Flicks. You didn't have the Best Couple podcast. You didn't have anything and you done TikTok. And you started a channel that's hidden, whatever. So you didn't have anything. You've got nothing to promote anything on. You are doing what you would have done. Just started something. Just like we did Magic Flicks. We didn't promote it anywhere. We didn't tell anyone. It was on Instagram. Wasn't here because we didn't know anyone. We just did it.
Well, the difference is with TikTok, I still have like the majority of the women. My percentage of women are 76% women and the rest are men.
No, I know.
So I do still get the support.
That ain't the point that I'm trying to make. All I'm trying to say is if you started a new channel, you've done something different.
Yeah.
Without trying to promote it, just like we did like the Magic Flicks, you did it without promotion.
Yeah.
Then this,
then if I did it, if there wasn't a case, you know, when we didn't have Magic Flicks, I didn't have that Instagram. I had my own Instagram and I had over 2,000 people. And the stupidest thing I did was delete everyone who were women from here who were supporting me. And I kind of delete that account. I just kind of went private, weirdly enough, and thinking that they'd follow me somewhere else. And it didn't happen.
We've had these conversations.
I know we have, but anyway, that's the thing. It racks with your brain, and that's it. That's been a lot on my mind and what I'm doing and where I'm going with my stuff and stuff like that. So, yeah, and I'm coming to terms with it. And I know it's going to be a slow thing because there's a lot I've got to process. And with everything that's going on, the last week, everything that's been going on, I haven't still had time to sit back and think exactly what I want to do. And we haven't been able to discuss it. And I know we have all these conversations all the time, and I know you've told me the same things, and I know I've racked on. But what I didn't know, and what we both didn't know, is maybe you did, but I didn't believe you, even if you had mentioned it to me. The reasons why it triggers me more than it would probably trigger anyone else.
I already knew.
The fact that I got it, but the fact that I got the answer of someone else other than you, it made it more clear. You're hearing it from you, you're my husband, you're going to say that. Like, you used to say to me before that there's certain people, you know, who don't get on with you, don't like you. You say, oh, because, you know, they see a pretty girl. And I'm like, how can someone be jealous of someone the way they look? I don't get it. But after watching that bloody Married at First Sight and seeing how those girls were, I've never known any females like that in my life to know that there's bitterness just because you see a pretty looking girl, get it right, walking into a room and their faces drop and they're already like, you know, that's what those women were showing. And I was like, and you say that, and I'm like, are you I used to say this
because not only was I a police officer for 20 years for people who
I never used to believe you,
but I was working schools at 10 years.
My mind doesn't work like that.
The thing is, this is how, and
you don't want to believe the world that there's women like this.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I watch people like that, Paul C. Brunson, whatever, and Gary V and people like that. What you realise is just because I used to see girls behave like that in high school, because I worked at schools as well for 10 years. Not just girls, guys. Basically, these girls and boys haven't grown up. You know, they've become adults, but their mentality is still high school.
Yeah.
So the way that they hate, the way that the boys are, these men, so-called men, are acting like children. These boys would have been ogling girls, hoping that they can have a date and being all like pervy and, you know, sexualizing them. And the amount of times you used to like get text messages, like girls would get text messages or asking for news or whatever. We had to deal with those kind of things because I was a schools officer. So I had to deal with these kind of things. So it happened. But you also get girls being bitchy or bitter, you know, and they'll have their little squabbles and fights.
Yeah.
And you find out that, oh my gosh. And it continues. It continues in college. Then it continues at work. It continues in families. It just, because people grow up, it doesn't mean that
I know.
thingy doesn't change.
But
It's
the
just
thing
still the
is,
same.
because
And I used to
because
say to you that I see it, and you just look at it and going,
they don't
How
like you.
can
Because
it
he used to say to
be?
me all the time, they don't like you because you're pretty. I'm like, are you for real? And I used to think, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. How can people be like that? Because you're not yourself. You don't expect anyone else to be thinking like that. And I know that's a dumb thing to be.
just like Srida, I'm a wise man.
I know that's a bit of a stupid thing to think that no one else, like, they'll, you know, why would someone? Because it's just, I don't know. That's how I am, and I wouldn't. I just find it difficult to know that that's how people's mentality are. That they
The thing is, honestly, when you, like I said, I know I keep on mentioning every single time, but when you've been a police officer for such a long time, you meet so many different people. And it's not just the kids in school, don't get me wrong. I've seen, you know, like, you could be educated like a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, and you see their mentalities as well. You can see the ones that are mature and wise, and you can see the ones that are, you know, you look at them, you go, how the heck did you become that?
yeah.
You know, like the way that they treat their family or other people, and you're going, you know, you see it, and you're going, wow, yes, you're smart enough to be educated, but, you know, everything else in you is a
I'm
bit...
not saying that I didn't believe you, but I think it's always like hearing it from someone else, and especially experts as well who told me the same thing. It was just like, oh,
It's nice, isn't it?
No, but I mean,
when you hear it from someone else
Because
who are experts, not my husband.
no, I'm not saying that you weren't right or
There's a
I don't
nobody.
believe you. When I'm listening to you all the time, and to me in my head it just doesn't make sense. How can women be like that? I don't like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like that. Wouldn't expect any other woman to be like that. What does it get you? So it was those kind of things.
Can I tell you something now? Just like you were saying about the men, they sexualize you and say all those comments. You also see, and I tell you all the time, women don't support you. I mean, there have been some on TikTok, but the amount of women that come and see, they don't leave comments, they don't support you in the way. You actually get on better with, well, not these pervy men, but decent men.
A lot of decent men do.
You get on better with men, but they,
Yeah.
you know, they actually say, hey, this, that, and the other. Women tend to be, no, I don't want to talk to her, or I don't want to tell her she's doing great, or that, you know, you're beautiful, or whatever it might be, or
It's
you
very
inspire
rare.
me. You don't get that.
And if I do, it's from white women. If I do,
Yeah.
very
Indian
rare
women
that
don't.
women. Yeah.
So again, like, you know, I know you have this thing where you're talking about men, but it's not just men are saying things in a certain way and making you feel whatever. And, you know, so it makes you feel like that.
It's a tough
but
thing to
women
be.
are also
It's
doing...
unfair. It's unfair.
They might not be saying something or writing these horrible things, but in the same way, they're not...
You know, it reminds me of the thing that my best friend has said to me as well. Is that he said it's like a curse being who you are, and it's just having to work it to your favor. But that part is really hard as well, like having to overcome it and accepting it as well, you know, and moving forward from there. Like, obviously I've learned so much on this bloody crazy ass journey of mine, we both have, but again, I always say it's not an overnight thing. Everything takes its time, and there's things that when you don't learn from the first lesson,
But the thing is,
you keep repeating it, and I have been repeating the same lesson over and over, and there's got to be something that's going to push me to the point. I mean, you've seen that I came off Instagram totally, and like I'm back on again. Do you know what I mean?
I know for a fact that I've gone through lots as well with different ways, kind of thing. And I'm trying to make so many big adjustments and trying to see it in a different way.
All, I think,
but you know what the
understanding
answers are. You know why you're feeling the way you are. You know who's supporting you, who's not. You know, and this is the thing. Other people will get that as well, but you've got to choose. And it's you taking responsibility, you changing your mindset, you changing you and how you feel, how you see things. Until then, nothing else changes.
Yeah.
Everything else, everything external is going to stay as it is.
Yeah.
So you'll still get those pervy guys if you post. You'll get women, like you said.
It would be nice if it was 50-50,
majority of the
you know what I
women
mean?
that support you, like you said, they are white women
Yeah.
or black women.
Yeah.
Indian women are TikTok. They'll come and have a conversation, but what you've seen in the past 4 years
They come
of
and
doing
go.
social media, they're very reluctant
Yeah.
to.
There's always
You've
an
done some
excuse.
lives where they
There's
come and
always an
talk and
excuse.
they'll be nice, but there's been a reluctance
And
of
it's always
like, you know.
I don't want anyone to find me, or I don't really like to. I don't like leaving comments or leaving. And it's like, okay,
Well, I don't
You're
do social
supporting.
media, and
Yeah,
you're going,
but
but
you're
you're
on
on social
social
media.
you're supporting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really
But
go on social media, but you're on there every time.
But you're like saying that you love everything I do, but then wouldn't that be nice if you support someone? That's what it is, supporting females. Females supporting females, isn't it?
No,
You would do that.
No, and you don't see many Indian women on podcasts and YouTube, but TikTok maybe, Instagram maybe, but you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
So maybe that is a thing. Like, what is this?
Anyway, if anyone is thinking of starting up any kind of social media platform,
And
it doesn't have to be a female. I mean, a male as well.
my advice is,
There is-
male or female. My advice is, guys, you're gonna get the good, you're gonna get the bad. It's not about you not gonna change the people out there. It doesn't matter. I don't care what country you go to or what country these people are coming to support you from. You're not going to change the people. There's good and bad in every color, every religion, every country. There's good and bad. People have got different views, different meanings, beliefs, values. The only thing you can change, if you want to take the leap of doing something that you really want to do, is believe in yourself and changing your opinion and your mindset. That's the only way. Until you don't do that, you're always going to either hide, or you're going to basically freeze and not do the things that you want to do, or you're going to have this anger and frustration each and every single time, and you're going to say the same thing again and again and again till the day you die.
Yeah, I feel like, that's been me. He's trying to say that's been me.
Yeah, I hear it. I've heard it. I'm going to still hear it until whenever I hear it.
Yeah.
I tell her all the time. So we get into discussion now. I like try to, it gets to a point where it's like, either you do it or you don't do it. That's your choice. You ain't going to change nothing out there. And I used to say that to everyone else.
I never thought I could change anything. I just thought I'd go into hiding. It wasn't about
But
changing.
then you could do that. But then you're not happy with who you are and not happy with what you do.
And that's the change that I'm ready to make. It's
So
just
again, what's the
having
change
time
that
to
you have to
sit.
make? It's a change that I have to make in me. I can't change.
I know.
Just like the changes you had to make in everything else
I
in
never
life.
ever thought that I could change.
I know,
will.
but the thing is, even in your relationships or your friendships or whatever, you couldn't change the
Yes.
people, even if you weren't happy with the
No.
way they were. You had to
So-
change your thought process and your approach.
Exactly, and that's what it is. This week's been like, I'm in the background, we're working, we're busy, and I'm busy doing things either separately or together, and that has been on my mind. Like, what am I going to do? So that is having time out to think about, and like next step.
So I'm going to let you give the last message. We always like trying to give the message to the audience what you think they should know.
As a female creator, like you just said, you could be male as well, starting up something. It isn't as easy as it looks, first of all. And I think you do need to probably do some research about everything, like, because we didn't do that. I mean, we can jump into it, but
I don't think you need to do research.
I think if you're anyone like me,
honestly,
and you take,
if you want to do something in life, you go and do it.
You do.
You do research. Guess what? You're always going to find negative stuff. You're always going to find more things that you have to research.
That's fine.
Worry. When we did
But
Magic Flakes, we just did it. We didn't do the research, and guess what? We wouldn't be doing this podcast.
Okay,
We wouldn't be
that's
where we
absolutely
are
fine. You can
if
say
we
that.
had done
You
the
told me
research.
to give the advice
You'd
on my
be-
but
yeah.
if I'd known what was going to come along with it, I didn't, and I wasn't one who to go on all these social media accounts to know what came along with it. It was a big shock to me, like just a crazy shock to me, and I think it was taking me a longer time overcoming it, and obviously everything else has been going on. So if you are already familiar with all these social media platforms and what comes with it, then great, then go for it if you think you're ready for it. But if you're not, there is a lot that comes along with it, and it's not easy, especially if you're like myself. Like I said, I'm plastered everywhere, and that is not an easy thing. It's not easy to accept, so it is difficult. And it's like Steve said, either I can hide in the background or change my mentality, because I can't change the world, and I can't. No one can. We haven't so far, and that is what I'm.
Can you imagine if you did do modelling? You were thinking of doing that once. Imagine if you did do it.
But
What do you think would have happened if you was on magazines and
I don't
this
think it would have
and
been the
everything?
same years and years ago, like it would have been, because you're not plastered
No,
on
but
social
were you
media.
only going to do it then and not do it
I'm
now?
not saying that, of course, but like, it is what it is. It's overcoming my own whatever I've been through, and not everyone's going to go through that because they probably they haven't gone through the same journey, so it's different. So I have every right to feel the way I am
Don't say you
and
don't.
have been. It's not easy. It's taken you so long to change how you've been thinking. You know, when you don't know what's going to come along with what you're doing, why wouldn't it be? It's like a bloody big culture shock, whatever shock you want it to be. It's crazy. It's not a minor thing. You know, at the end of the day, I'm married. I've got kids, and my face is plastered everywhere. It's sickening. You know, it's overcoming that. But I love what I do, and I want to continue what I do. So what is it? What is the only thing I can do? Is carry on. But obviously, like this time round, is like trying to understand it. You know, and trying to move forward from it. Is understand it properly, because I didn't understand why I was getting so vexed, and dealing with it in a different way. And hopefully that's it. It'll be the last of you hearing me moan about all this stuff.
No, it won't be. It won't be, trust me. Anyway, guys, that's the thing. You want to do something that you're passionate about, go and do it. But at the end of the day, you got to just realize that you're not always going to get great feedback. You're not always going to get people who support you. But at the end of the day, you can either hide away and not fulfill your dreams and do the things that you love, or you can do them, but understand that not everyone's going to enjoy or like what you're doing or like who you are. But that's the world. That's the way it is. It shouldn't be. And, and everyone should be nice and supportive and kind. But this is the world that we live in. It doesn't matter, how it is. But don't let it stop you. Honestly, you've got to be able to change how you feel and change your mindset. It's not easy, but you got to put that aside, because remember, at the end of the day, if you're going to let these people control, your life and what you want to do and how you want to do it, then, you're not going to actually be fulfilled. You're going to regret it later. These people don't know you. And many times these people might know you, but fuck them. Honestly, just do it. It's not, like I said, that I've had to overcome stuff, but that's the thing about life. It's about making those mistakes, going through your failures, overcoming your insecurities and your fears. And that's when you become who you want to be. And, then you celebrate that. You become proud. You become the person that you always want to be. Mm-hmm. Don't let these people stop you from becoming something.
Yeah.
That's what I've got to say.
Mm-hmm. And, I just want you to think I'm not over-exaggerating either, to the extent that things have happened. Before I close this, I don't know if I did tell you the other week, I came off Instagram completely. This is how much it's affected me. It came off. I've done it a couple of times. In fact, it's not been the first time. And this is a real reason why, because I have no understanding how women love the attention, like this kind of attention. It baffles my head. Like, I don't get it.
I would love it if people gave me the attention.
Right. But the last thing that happened, and I was just like, I can't keep letting this happen to me. I told you my face is splattered everywhere. Anywhere you will find an account.
Oh, love it. Sorry, just to make it clear.
You want to name
I would love
it
if women would give me the attention. I love it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind.
Would you love it?
You can sexualize me as much as you want.
Really? Do you want me to get out a photo that was emailed to me because I turned off Instagram? Because otherwise it would have come through Instagram.
Is that me?
No, it's a picture of me.
Yeah, but that's you. You just said, would you love it? I'm talking about me.
Okay, let me tell you what the picture is. Would you like it of your face completely naked on someone else's body with another female? Like, obviously, that's...
Yeah, I don't care.
It's disgusting.
It wouldn't bother me.
No. So a naked body of you. So my face is been taken off and put on another woman with a naked guy, and I just think it's gross.
Women and men ain't the same. Like,
You'd be okay with that, guys. I had an email come through. Someone sent me a picture. I opened it up, and I swear I wasn't feeling my best anyway when I saw this. I mean, it's happened.
I mean,
before.
If they put my face on a good physique, and I look good, made me look good.
This one,
not mine.
There's been many that they could have done the edits. You can tell it's been edited. This one was so good, and so disturbing. It looked like something out of a porn movie, like just screenshot or something. My face, you would not think like it's been edited at all. Completely stalkers, Oh my God. And yeah, a guy standing there with it all out and everything, and it's just is this is what I'm get myself like. This is what I've got.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. You know, you're asking me.
And like, why
I'm
would you
going,
send me this for? Why would someone from India want to send me this? Like, why? Why do you have the time of day to do something like that? Honestly, why?
Thing is, again, in the police force, it happens all the time.
Freaking weird.
You get actually husbands, ex-boyfriends, partners who actually.
Well, I didn't come across this
do
until
all
we
that
do
stuff.
what we do, and
It's called revenge porn.
I've never come across this until we started to do what we have, and you
So,
can't
for
turn
me,
around
it's like,
and like, you know, you've got to understand how it has obviously affected me and why I get the way I do, and there's got to be some kind of understanding. Like, I get it, like, but come on.
yeah,
now.
women, please don't send me naked pictures of yourselves on my Instagram account.
Why I get so wound up?
Okay, because it might upset me if I see you lot.
Like the amount of women on my Instagram.
See, men and women are just totally two different people.
There's a lot of women on my Instagram. I put a picture of me and you in the bikini. There's not one woman who's like, oh wow, you two are great. It's just freaking men.
There you go.
Men,
Told you.
they do not support me, but yet they come
Women?
from
I told you, women don't support you.
They come from TikTok. They follow me on Instagram. Not anyone will support. And they'll see all these. They
I
know,
probably have.
The thing is, they know as well that I moan about it quite a lot. That you just give us some
But
support.
I'm
Yet
just
they
saying,
don't do it.
I probably got more women following me on
You do?
Instagram.
You do, isn't it weird?
And women are
And what
actually
does that
following
show
me.
you?
Indian, white, whatever it is,
What
they
does it
follow
show
me,
you?
and I get pleasant comments, but
And yet,
they follow me, but they don't follow you.
The funniest thing is, you don't post anything. It's me.
I don't post anything.
I post it on my account, which goes onto his account because it's been collaborated. But they'll follow him, but they won't follow me.
Yeah.
What does that show you? What does that tell you?
And they're from. It's not like just random thingy. They got like good accounts. They're like real accounts.
It makes me laugh.
Good jobs. Good
does-
like
that
family.
side
They
of
all
it-
follow
that
me.
side of it really
And
makes
I
me
don't
laugh.
post anything.
That's the side of it that
Makes
makes me
me
laugh.
happy.
And that's it makes you happy, but then you've got to understand, like,
Yeah,
being
but
in my
the-
shoes and how it is being me, which you will never understand.
No, I do understand, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Anyways,
Anyway,
let's
guys,
end it there.
that was the reaction. I was going to say, no, we're not
No.
doing a reaction. That was the podcast this time. See, that's what happens when you do different channels and different work. That was our podcast. Let us know what else to chat about, talk about, things that you guys want to know. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.